today's offering, Ccm Guitar Endgame. So the guitar palette, as far as it goes, dotted eighth delay patterns, lots of reverb, volume swells. Where did this come from? The first thing we gotta know about this style of CCM is that it's actually just an amalgamation of different rock styles. The first time that this dotted eighth idea kinda entered the zeitgeist was a bunch of Pink Floyd tracks. In a Rick Beato interview, David Gilmour had explained that his idea for this came from hearing Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys, where the cello part is going so on and so forth. And it gives this galloping kind of feeling. The return attack of the delay becomes a part of the guitar riff. Then after that point, the edge came in. U2 started out as a post-punk band that was influenced by The Clash, Ramones, late 70s bands. And what happened on their fourth album was they started working with Brian Eno and Daniel Lanois. So when that sort of production method met with U2 for Unforgettable Fire, you started getting tracks that were using the same kind of ways to fill out the sound as a power trio plus a vocal, but with a lot more ambience. So now you get riffs like U2, by a lot of their fans, is considered a Christian band. So it was only natural to kind of take their sound and start writing church songs for it. That's where dotted eighth comes from. If you want to be good at playing dotted eighth parts, learn 20 U2 riffs. That's about it. The second part, swells. It's the thing we do like the most often on a Sunday morning. How did that come to be? Well defined by My Bloody Valentine, Slowdive, Ride, all of these different bands. Their whole aesthetic was to kind of ram into amps with a lot of effects on, so this famous thing called glide guitar. There's this other thing coming in called post-rock. Bands like Sigur Rós, Godspeed You Black Emperor. Bands that are more concerned about evoking a mood through music. Not so much the contents of the song. And this is where you get the repetition factor of CCM. People will repeat bridges and choruses for 4, 5, 6 times, whatever. It's post-rock. That's what it is. If you listen to Sigur Rós music, there's this gigantically fat snare. The cymbals are being played like crashes no matter what the size is. The bigger the better, actually. Bass player will often use an octave pedal to hit a lower octave before what they're playing with a fuzz pedal on. A lot of reverb. That sort of a thing. So put 2 and 2 together, swells in the first verse, and then hitting in the second verse is almost solely because of U2 and Sigur Rós. Now, guitar players always kind of being like the bad boys of the band, they wanted to figure out a way to kind of involve a bit more chaos into the sonic template. This is what guys like James Duke and Michael Pope were really good at. Jeffrey Cundy was great at this too. Playing post-rock inspired melodies with the aesthetic of shoegaze while hitting a U2 part. That's where you get great stuff like then we get to that intermediate period where guitar-driven worship kind of took a backseat with the release of Empire's M83 boom, synth pop, kind of having its resurgence, Arcade Fire. Once those influences kicked in, the guitar kind of almost went back to the 80s, in a sense. Now I'm going to get into more specific stuff. The way people think about CCM guitar is boutique guitar, 42-inch pedal board, Strifecta, 2 Tone X1s. Here's how most church guitar people sound on a given Sunday. That's all fine and well, except that's not a part. It's not a part. Right? Now, if we're taking a song, Talked about this earlier in the 80s guitar tutorial video. Shadow the melody and learn how to harmonize the melody on the spot as it builds up within the inner voices. Don't play in the same register as the melody. If there's another guitar player, do not play within a 4-fret radius as the other guy. Make your pick attack strong. That's really important. I will say, learning 20 U2 riffs, learning Sigur Rós songs, learning any Coldplay hook you want, that's gonna make you a better player for learning where the stuff came from, studying that stuff. That's kind of the key here. That's the key to the end game. Take it for a whirl. If you're playing this Sunday, get inspired. That's my message for today.